Well, this might be interesting, but I'm attempting to build this cribbage board here, and it has a lot of little holes, and I'm also adding some magnets to the top. Now, this is a test cut, and these are 1/8 inch diameter holes, both sets of those, and the other is a magnet pocket. We won't talk about that right now, but anyhow, it's going to take a long time to let me get this pinned up here. Let's see, is it this one? It's going to take about 6 minutes just to do those. And if you look at the toolpath preview, and let me show the toolpath again here. Yeah, that's a lot of spirals. Now this other one here is done this way, and I'm using it as a 1/8 inch bit to drill a 1/8 inch. Those are 1/8 inch holes, by the way. I got to use a 1mm router bit in order to profile cut that, because of course there's you can't use a 1/8 inch in that manner to create a 1/8 inch hole. So I'm going to tell it it's a drill, and all it's going to do is just peck. It goes in and out, in and out, in and out, like that, and it's done. So the interesting thing, and the thing that I decided I want to make the video is, let's see here. I don't know how well you can see that bit. Oops. Put something up behind it here. That thing is microscopic. That's a 1mm, and to give you reference, that's a 1/8, and there's a 1/16, and it's a little bit bigger than that 1mm. But I got my little 3x3 square cut out. I'm going off the center, so it should put some holes in that, and we'll just see how that cuts and if it can do like 1,000 of them economically. All right, I'm going to set up and zero out, and I'll be back with you. Well, here's another little issue. Zeroing this bit. I remember the first time I used one, I went the wrong way in the Z direction, just a couple of notches, and it snapped that thing off really easy. So I'm not gonna mess with that. That's the automatic touch-up device, and I think if I get a old bit or something, I might try it, but it hits that thing. It makes a little thunk, so I don't think that bit could take it. So what I'm going to end up doing is sliding a piece of paper under that, coming over here and switching the see that little F next to the SB. I'm going to switch. That's 1/2 millimeter per step. So now I'm 1/10 of a millimeter per step. So I'm going to set this guy down right here. Hopefully you can see. And drop that down 1/10 of a millimeter at a time until it pinches the paper. Almost. Ah, there it goes. I'm going to call that 0. Alrighty. Back to what I was doing. And I actually think it's ready to go. Alright. Let's see here. I need to check the files and make sure I got the right ones here. I'll be back. Alright, here we are. That's the file, 1 millimeter, and let her rip. Wonder what's gonna happen. do that for a while. Alright, there's the first set of holes. That fits in there just fine. It's not tight, not too wobbly. Alrighty. There was an issue. The shank, there wasn't enough meat to drill 0.35 down. It probably ends at 0.30. So the top of each hole has been rubbed by the edge of the bit. I'm going to put it side by side here with the 1/8 inch bit, which I'm good with, which is what size holes those are, and compare the two. Okay, there's the 1/8 inch next to the 1mm. Both of those have to go into a collet that takes them up to 1/4 inch. This is what the spindle I have is. Alright, this is the 1/8 inch bit, and we'll be doing a drill pattern, which is a pecking, just straight down. First we zero. I always love that part. That little funk, I wonder if that little tiny bit would have taken that. Alright. There we go. And there we go. Wow, that was pretty fast. They still fit. Yep. Feel it sand on it, sawdust in there. Oh, that'll work. Alright, and while I'm at it, the magnets. Let's see here. For the last one. And that should run off that bit. See if that works, and move things around and see what happens. Well, there's the magnet holes. I made 2 sets of those because I want to stick them together. Seem just a little bit proud, so I'm going to do another set right next to it that's 5 thousandths deeper. So anyhow, fit in there okay. Oh, there it is. Got them super glued in there. Got the polarity right, so not too hard to pull apart, and oops, it goes on either way. There's that. There's that. So that's what that ended up looking like. That's how many different tries it took. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that's the majority of it right there. So anyhow, instead of 0.08 is the battery thickness, so I put it at 0.085 and I ended up at 0.095. And it's just a hair, maybe 1 or 2 thousandths below the surface. Feels like a very slight indentation. I didn't want the metal touching each other because then it's too hard to get apart. So anyhow, we'll just mark that down to, that's how that's done.